So do you know that 9 million of Americans suffer from ADHD? This is a fact that Forbes Health did the official statistics last year. So this is a viral truth that is affecting our religion these days, right now. The religion of Orisha, Ifa, Egun, Spiritism, and Kinsimalongo. Why do I mention this fact? Does Babalawo initiate, does a Babalawo have the authority, the ashe, the license by Olodumare to initiate other people into Orisha initiations or ceremonies? Okay. In the Orisha traditions, guys, it is crucial to exercise caution when seeking spiritual guidance. We gotta think, we gotta pay attention to the steps that we're going to take. We gotta pay attention to our surrounding. We gotta pay attention to the person that we're going to seek spiritual help from. Whether you're looking to get initiated to exploit health, stability, spiritual strength, a better life, quality, prosperity, you have to be extremely cautious and heedful to your inner intuition. Babalawos, who are diviners and priests in the Ifa tradition, do not, I repeat, do not initiate individuals into Orisha ceremonies. Instead, Babalawos connect people with deities related to Ifa, Irumoles related to Ifa, Poderes de Ifa, powers of Ifa, like we say it in Spanish into the Lukumi tradition, which is a distinct divinatory system, practice system. Orishas, on the other hand, are specific Yoruba Lukumi deities that are associated with various aspects of Ifa, but are not mandated by Ifa, much less the rituals and secrets are not authority of a Babalawo, much less they have consent. Babalawos do not have consent by Olodumare, according to a couple of Odu Ifa and Erin Dilogun, other Oduns of Dilogun. I can mention them if you would like me to practice or initiate anyone whatsoever into Orisha. This has been a scam that has been going around, whether it's in Hispanic initiation, like Latin, Afro-Cuban traditions, diaspora, and Nigeria traditions, Isheshe, because whether it's in Cuban traditions or African Nigerian traditions, Babalawos are not supposed to initiate anyone into Orisha. Only and all Orisha does this. Okay? Babalawo cannot practice or initiate anyone whatsoever into Orisha. A Babalawo can feed an Orisha. Yes, a Babalawo can put an adimu to an Orisha and can do a divination to ask what does an Orisha wants, but only an Oba Oriate, which in the African tradition will be an Abore Orisha. In Cuba, we call it Oba Oriate, and in Africa, they call it Abore Orisha. It's the same thing. It's different titles with the same meaning has to the practice. It's the highest ranking priest of Orisha practices inside the room of secret of Orishas. It's a extremely above and beyond well-trained all Orisha. This is the only person that can properly initiate someone into the Orisha tradition. We have to remember that initiation into Orishas involve sacred rituals, guys, ceremonies, deep knowledge, prayings, orikis, orings, aduras, iwures, herbs, protocols, All of these are very different from what the Babalawo knowledge has, what the Babalawo has of the knowledge of Ifa. They're not the same whatsoever. And this is something that only an Obaoriade or Abore Orisha possesses. Not a Babalawo, because a Babalawo does not practice Orisha initiations, whether it's in Nigeria or in Cuba. Okay? So you gotta be wary of anyone claiming to offer quick initiations or promising direct connections to Orishas, especially if it's a distance. So let me say this once and only once. There's no such thing as initiating someone at distance. There's no such thing, and it is a total scam to receive an Orisha or deity or initiation, for that matter, at distance. For me to give you Elegba or Eshu or Obatala and send it to you on mail. That is a total scam, dishonor, fraudulent practice, and a completely 1000% ripoff. Remember, you have to seek guidance from reputable practitioners who adhere to authentic practices, who does authentic practices. If someone is initiated in the Nigerian tradition, they cannot automatically practice as Lukumi priest. Okay? If someone is initiated, whether it's an Orisha or Babalawo, into the Nigerian tradition, they cannot practice Afro-Cuban Lukumi practices if they're not initiated into Afro-Cuban. Lukumi priests, Afro-Cuban tradition priests, we follow distinct rituals, ceremonies, protocols to a specific tradition and initiation. Each path requires specialized knowledge, specialized training, and adherence to its unique practices. So while both traditions honor Orishas, their initiation processes and roles diverge significantly and matters a lot. It's not the same at all. Do not get robbed by these people who are hungry of money and do not have any moral or ethics whatsoever, or religious ethics at least whatsoever. Remember that genuine spiritual growth, guys, genuine spiritual growth requires patience, discernment, respect for tradition, and most of all, the right godfather or godmother that can be knowledgeable, that can be a knowledgeable mentor and spiritual guide. Be very careful with the modern practice of Babalawos getting initiated into Afro-Cuban, Yoruba, Lukumi, Ifa tradition, and then they start practicing Isheshe, Nigerian Ifa tradition. That is a total scam, guys. Very fraudulent scheme, total scam. Okay. A Babalawo cannot get initiated into Afro-Cuban tradition and then start initiating people into Isheshe. It is not. It is not. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. I cannot go to a police academy in Germany and then go to Mexico and say that I'm a cop. It just doesn't work like that. Okay, I cannot study I cannot study to be a doctor in Africa or Ibadan University in Nigeria and then go to Argentina and say that I'm a doctor and start to attending people medically. It just does not work like that. It doesn't work like that methodologically, spiritually, mythologically. I'm sorry. It does not work like that. We work with different herbs, with different ewes, with different ewos, with different culture tradition, spiritual tradition, singing tradition, praying traditions, Orisha traditions. Hell, they even have in Nigeria Orishas, deities that does not even exist in Cuba. We in Cuba have, okay, I'll leave the second part for next time. Blessings. Good luck.